I got you. See? I got you.
Fucked it up.
See? That's how you get them in. They're going to be like, what? Huh? Is he talking to me? Okay. All right. Listen, just a little feedback, little comments, little suggestions, anything. I'll run with it. Okay. I mean, probably not anything. All right. I shouldn't say that. Not anything. Okay. I'm not going to get all weird. Okay. But, anyways, all right. But something, right? Let's talk about some things. What's important to you? What's important to you? What are you struggling with? Right. Let's get at it.
40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46.
Right? Some serious stuff.
Just give me a chance. 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 Girl, give me a chance. Give me a chance. Give me a chance.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Welcome back. Another show. Them gang just doling out the enthusiasm and energy, just getting all up in it. All right, we got some things to talk about today. All right, we got some things. Right, talking about be like a cloud. You know what I'm saying? Probably not.
Wait.
That's what I said.
Be like a cloud.
Be like a cloud. You know what I mean?
A cloud of what?
Just a cloud, a regular cloud. You know what I mean? We'll get into it. Other thing, right? That birth certificate you've been carrying around since you were fucking however young with your feet on it. Guess what? That don't work at the DMV. All right. You need a real one. That's not the real one. Okay. That's right. There's two different birth certificates.
You mean those feet wasn't yours?
No, you got to have the other one with like the numbers on it or something, right?
Damn.
That goes into common sense to some people, is not common to others, you know, because common sense don't exist. Anyways, that was all. I was at the DMV recently and learned this information. Luckily, I had both of them, so it didn't matter. But anyways, what else? Of course, we're gonna stop for a little bit at the end of this, talk about video games for a little bit because we all like those. You should like the person that you're with. All right, there's more of that too, but we're gonna talk about that, and also something I'm bad at, posting things that you don't necessarily agree with all the way, right? But they made you feel a certain way, so you posted it anyways, and then didn't think about it, and then later you were like, oh shit, that's really bad. Yeah. I don't know if everybody else suffers from that from time to time, but I definitely do. Anywho,
you post things you don't believe in.
Well, they're harsher than your actual beliefs, right? Like simple, for instance, right? Simple example is like I don't like differentiating between sexes, right? Because I believe that both of us are capable of really bad and really good things, right? So like I don't like when you start putting sexes into boxes, pretty much, right? And saying one's worse than the other in any kind of way, pretty much. And coincidentally, that's like something that I posted. It was super against women, and like, you know, that's not I don't mean that. You know what I mean?
I'm against women. I don't care about them. What they gonna do to me? Sometimes you gotta just be a man.
But here's what I'm saying. But it's so for me, it was, you know, we'll just go. We'll start with this. It was a toxic thing, right? So I was depressed and feeling away. You know what I mean? And just doom scrolling. I don't post often, right? So that kind of makes it worse because, you know, then whatever I do post that's the only thing you have or anyone has that doesn't know me. You know what I mean? And that's all they see is what I post. That's all they're gonna judge me on, you know, and that's on them too. But whatever, you know. Anyways, out the gate, that thing was harsh, right? And yeah, it was bad. Anyways, and then repercussions, consequences was getting some post feedback about such things. And I ended up just deleting it instead of trying to explain it because sometimes that's the best thing to do.
You posted something that you wasn't proud of.
Oh yeah.
What was it about?
It was bashing women. It was saying how women, what did it start with? With pretty much saying, pretty much saying,
let's get into it.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
What you say? Women ain't nothing. They deserve to be in the kitchen.
It was so. No, it was like the saying that behind every great man is a strong woman, and it was saying how to, I hope we get rid of that. I hope nobody ever believes that again. Women are deceitful and horrible, and just bashed women.
You
for
said that?
It was bad, right? And then, but so here's the thing, right? Like I said, I was in a place, right? I was feeling a sort of way because when it got to the point where it was like, where it was talking about how the woman wouldn't stay around when the man needed her, when the man was broke, where was she at? You know what I mean? And stuff like that. That's what really hit for me, right? But looking back, it was a toxic thing to repost that. You know what I mean? And and I own that. So my bad. I'm sorry for that.
I got questions about it.
Go ahead. I'm sure you do.
How recent ago was this?
It was recent. It was super recent.
Oh, shit.
It was super recent. Like in the past week. Like, yeah.
About women.
Yeah.
Damn, women. When y'all see them, jump them, kick them in the shins.
It's not true, and everything was said is just as true about men. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about, like I said, both sexes are capable of these things in relationships and using people in every aspect of those kind of things. So yeah, anybody else, happened to post something and they saw it once and post it, and then like later you maybe look back and you're like, oh shit, like maybe not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of our viewers then
true. Who said true?
Something.
True. What's true? What part?
I don't know. His ass probably just popping in, looking at us while we do the pop.
Popping. True. Preach. So yeah, I mean, boss, you ever do that?
Yeah, I did it before. I definitely did it before.
And it kind of hits the pride and stuff for me too, and that's all right. That's good.
No, I don't give a damn. I did. I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna say stuff. Hey, that's what being a human is. We got to be able to take stuff back.
It is, but but it's important to come back to things and admit when you're wrong. You know what I mean?
It's time to do whatever
you can. We got to grow.
No, it's time to do whatever you can before they program us. That's what I think.
Ooh.
Everybody be thinking the same, no mistakes happening and stuff. It's gonna be a cookie cutter society. That's what I think. I'm just putting that out there.
Cookie cutter society.
Yeah, every action is almost the same. I wouldn't talk about Japan, but Japan in a way. But
what about Japan
or Korea?
What about them? You mean their fucking fantastic employment systems where they're all stretching in uniform every day to make sure that they're safe?
What I mean, North Korea, where they all try to get programmed. That's what I meant.
Man.
Yeah.
I saw this. I wish I would saved it down to bring it up. I saw this short about slavery, about wage slavery,
Wage slavery.
Yeah, like as soon as slavery was abolished, they came up with wage slavery. And they kept their slaves for generations doing the same thing that they were doing when they were slaves, but now they're paying them, right? But they're also getting paid because they're charging them for rent, they're charging them for food, they're charging them for all the things that they were giving to them when they were slaves, also treating them like shit. But you know what I mean? Like,
I know what I mean. Servitude, slave.
yeah,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm up on that.
Because like, oh, we lost all our slaves, but we still got these huge plantations to run. All right, so like as slaves, they provided all these things for them, right? And I'm not saying slavery was good. I'm not saying that was a better deal. I'm just saying when it comes down to how they switcherooed it, you know what I mean? They're like, okay, well, we still need them to do everything, and now we're gonna charge them. We're gonna pay them, make them work, and charge them. Like, it's both deals are horrible.
Being an African American, I'm gonna show my face when we get more subscribers. Right now, they ain't subscribing.
How many? 1,000?
Nah, we need more than 1,000.
We need a lot.
For Boss to come out and show his face, we're gonna need 100,000 subscribers.
100,000. 100,000 see Boss's face.
To see my face. Yep. But we'll talk about that later on down the line because we're far away from that. But this is my take on slavery.
Okay.
Slavery was fault. The reason why this future war is going to be fault. Think about it.
Okay.
I always bring up the point. If you're a white man, right?
Yeah.
Southerner, right?
Yeah. A real white man.
Yeah, a real white man, Southerner.
A racist white man's what you're saying, right?
No. You don't. You don't have enough money to own slaves, right?
Okay. Are you talking about white man then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't have enough money to own slaves.
Yeah.
How could you compete with a black man with free labor?
You ain't.
You ain't. So I mean that on another surface or another layer to like.
Well, that's the thing. They're to my understanding, they're not competing for the same job either.
Yeah, they are.
How? You can't because okay, and maybe this is just me having it mixed up, right? But in my understanding of racism and how slavery went, I would think that they couldn't have a white man do a job that they would assign to a black man at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't think it was like that.
No?
Because slaves wasn't just picking cotton. You gotta figure they was doing other stuff. And white people, it was poor white people that had to do that stuff for themselves. Like it was slave butchers and all other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
well, yeah. But even in like when you get into the trades, right? When you get into the trades, they would never be in a managerial position. And that's what I'm saying. But it wasn't in a managerial position.
But it wasn't really a managerial position. It's like, okay, say for instance, a man bought a store and his slaves
run. If it wasn't, they'd made one.
Yeah, if the slaves ran a store, which a slave could, you don't have to pay the slaves, which preventing the man from even having a job, period. Or say for instance, they just want to keep on letting it go, and you want to have them on a ship fishing or whatever. You never had to pay them is the trick. That's the same thing with robots. Like once they start replacing humans, you'll never get it back, and it's gonna be like more of an economic type of conflict that we'll be facing in the near future because people can't eat and the greedy is just gonna get richer. And I definitely see that type of conflict because the rich is already kind of like You know what I'm saying? And I have nothing wrong with a person being rich, but yeah, I can see a conflict brewing between.
You saying that's gonna be the
It's common.
war? That's gonna be the tip. It's gonna be the rich versus the poor.
It's coming. It's coming because when you can't eat,
Yeah.
a lot of things that go through your mind you want to take.
Get
Like
desperate. Get
when you
desperate.
when like okay, you're not a job creator. You just want to work, but then they didn't replace your job. Like it's happening in our faces. It's like okay, who took out Blockbuster,
Netflix.
DVD, yeah, and Redbox.
Yeah, Netflix.
And then who took out them? And you know what I'm saying? Like who's taking out the cabs? And you know what I'm saying? Who's about to take out security? Like survey, like it's a lot of like different, you know, even libraries and research and artists and music. You know what I'm saying? It's
all
like,
right. But then
what
you
do
had
you
the argument.
be?
Then you had the argument, right?
What do you be though?
Then you had the argument, right? That then all humans will have to step it up
And be what?
and create some new shit. That's what we do. That's what we do.
You think we ready for that?
That's what we do, bro. That's what we do. We fucking find a way to fucking look. We created tools. You know what I mean? We created fucking tools. Since then, that's what we do. We figure out a way to get done with this shit that we don't want to do. So we can move on to some other shit to make shit better. Better. You know what I mean?
So mostly, like most humans are good at trying to be good at playing God.
What do you mean? It's just
So
surviving. It's just surviving. We're just surviving. What do you mean? Just trying to make life easier on us.
I think we got like a narrow mind of surviving. Like it's just we're so narrow minded when we think about surviving. We don't care about
It's
the
selfish.
We're selfish.
See, surviving's not the place to be, right? Surviving, you're running on instinct. You don't want to be running on instinct all the time. You know what I mean? But it's hard to get out of that. It's hard because you don't know you're in it.
I know I'm in it. I'm in it to win it.
I'm just saying. People in the state of survival sometimes don't know that they're in that state of survival. They don't know they're acting. They, you know, it goes back to what I say. You know, everybody thinks they're doing the right thing all the time.
I'm doing the right thing all the time.
Yeah. You and everybody else. You and everyone else. Everybody in the fucking world thinks that way. Everybody thinks that way. All right.
Do you believe in parallel universes?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just a quick question.
Yeah.
We'll touch on that on another show or something. But yeah, okay, we got it on the record, people. Parallel universes. He
Alternate
believes
dimensions.
Yeah, and what you say, multi dimensions?
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah,
the multiverse.
Yeah.
You believe in that?
Hard not to.
Okay. Anybody watching us believe in a multiverse? You know, say yeah in the chat for us while we're
give a shout out to the multiverse. Just shout out there to the multiverse.
Like, what do you think you'll be doing in the multiverse? I know I'll be doing all different types of stuff, tell you the truth.
What do you mean?
Like multiverse mean like my other you in another universe?
Do everything. Think about it. Okay. Are we get into this? We ain't get into that.
I mean, we get into whatever we want to. We
all right. So
go
think about it. Think about it. My thoughts of it are like, you know, if there's a multiverse, there's an infinite amount, and so like anything you can imagine, anything you've thought of, to include the things you didn't think of, and every decision that you made all the other decisions that you didn't make, like all these things happening. Not only are they happening like maybe like on that timeline at the same time, but they're all happening at the same time. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I know. All right, so it's not just that, like, however the fuck time works, right? If time's that's a whole nother conversation with time. But say that we're on a parallel universe and the other universe is like, Angry Will, right?
All right. Angry Will.
Yeah, it's Angry Will and like Bizarro Will, whatever, right? But not only are we running like parallel to it, right? Like say same time, but also you have all the vastness of all of those also running non-parallel to it. Does that make sense?
Not to me. Not just fucking. Like, keep going.
So like if you were to theoretically jump from this one to that one, right? Then you're still in the same like time. It's still going to be 222, right? Something like that, right? I don't know. This is a crazy theory thoughts. Anyways, I was thinking, and what I'm saying is not only is there that one, but you can also jump to any time within that one because you have all the other vast dimensions that are alternates of that dimension on a different time.
Damn.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you did drop science on their ass. It's free
I don't think it's
99.
science. I'm just saying the vastness. If you have infinite of something, anything you thought of, it's there, right? So like,
It's just the thought of infinite.
yeah, infinite's
It's
wild.
just wow.
Yeah. And that's my expansion of like, when you think about infinite amounts of them, that's how I think of it. It's not just them, but also the different versions of them and the different versions right down to just the timeline. Like all like,
well, this version of us is gonna be the shit. Shh. Yep. So what games have you been playing?
oh, games. Did I talk about VR games last time? I don't think I did. First Encounter is so there's two really good if you're brand new to VR, because I've been introducing some family and friends to VR since I've got one, and I was like, try it out and like overwhelm them with the games I've been playing. That's like fully immersive, and you're in it, you know what I mean? Great games, but a little much for someone that's never been in VR ever, right? So highly recommend First Encounter and what is it? Home Invasion Zombies. And what they are is they're a altered reality. Instead of the full dive and full immersive, you scan the room and First Encounter. I like that one. I 100% try that one first because that one scans the room. You can walk all over the room. You don't have to stay in one spot. And you're just walking around, and what it does is it's imposing images onto the room. So it shows like a little rocket ship, enters, breaks through the roof, enters, and then like parts of the wall start breaking, and these little fuzzballs start running in. Right? Let's see if I can pull up a clip. You should be pulling up a clip as I'm talking about it, boss. Come on. Jesus Christ.
I don't have a clip of your stuff.
You don't need a clip of my stuff. You just pull up a short like I'm doing. I don't have it linked in yet. I'm not making VR videos yet. I don't have it linked in yet. I'm just been fucking playing
VR videos.
Yeah. So just how I do Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be able to so you can see what I see in VR. Here, check this. Let me get this in here. So, you guys can see what I'm talking about. Boss should be handling this, but I'm doing it. I'll do it. It's cool.
I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah, doing a great job.
I think the people.
Here, let's get this in here.
MG. First Encounters, a new mixed reality game on the Quest 3 is just out, and it is fabulous.
Check it out. See, so that's the very beginning. Look at that.
Damn.
Look at that. It looks like a hole in the roof.
Okay.
Fantastic.
These little alien guys in their rocket ship.
Look, it's falling on the table. Not like through the table. It scans the table. Okay. That's fantastic.
And then I've got to go trap them with my laser gun. It is an incredible game that uses your environment and your not only your walls and your floor, but also your tables, your chairs.
Look at them, they're coming through the wall.
Aliens.
Go check it out. Stay tuned for more.
Look, there it is.
OMG.
So yeah, those little poof balls. Little poof balls there.
Oh,
they come running around, and dude, they'll run around, they'll hide behind things. Like I was playing in my bedroom, they'll hide behind like the bed and stuff. It's hilarious. So anyways, a lot of fun.
OMG.
All right, let's get rid of that. So I highly recommend that First Encounters, if you're new to VR or trying to introduce family and friends to VR, it's a nice intro. And the other one is Home Invasion, and it is another alter reality, not a full immersive. So it does another scan the room, but this one you stand in the circle as opposed to being able to move all over the place, which is still cool. So let me pull that up real quick. Let me get that up there.
Okay.
Let me show that up, because that one's fun too. Especially because so you scan the room, and then it has you put up a door and a window, and you can line the door up with your door. So it just makes it that much cooler, you know. Get past this. Uno momento. Por favor. This guy's talking.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be and link I have below for the game. It gives you 25%.
No, man.
That's why I came up with.
What did I just skip to?
Just really amazing cool reality mode here where you can play through this game. You're going to be in a cabin and there's going to be.
Oh, not that one. All right, so this is a different one. Hold on, my bad. This one, mixed reality.
Everybody,
Home Invasion.
Tonight we're checking out
Home Invasion.
We got these little timing windows and doors in your play space. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, get in there, buddy.
We're gonna just go for beginner and see if I can beat that before I progress.
Yeah. Start off light.
That's good to know. I've done a couple rounds on beginner.
Man, hurry up. Make a decision.
I can handle normal.
Just want to show you setting up the room.
And it's like,
yeah, look, check it out. So you place the window over his window, the door over his door, and then you set up your bench here.
And it's so cool.
Oh, he has numerous windows.
They put these windows in your play space.
Oh. So I think I played on beginner where you only get one door, one window. Makes it a lot easier.
And then
zombies are
slowly,
going to come through.
Start approaching you. And it's like, I actually, if I get too close.
Let's get in there.
I mean, that looked cool.
Yeah, you see how well it's like seamless?
It's a little weird how it overlays the fake hand on your real hand.
Hey,
but this is like a very cool proof of concept for mixed reality. Using your real space to kind of add.
I did not have the hand.
Some
in there.
Some extra scares to it.
See, but he has to stay in the circle.
Probably
that was the edge there.
It's actually easier when that door blows off.
Yeah, way easier. So you go through each round.
Rush in.
Well, that's where humans going to be going. They don't have no job.
Those guys are fast.
How do you know we won't have VR headsets on controlling the robot?
Nah,
Melee is king in this game.
There's one of those beach things.
I like the game.
I'm not gonna make this one work.
And it has like so your
it's like
waist
in my
when it looks
computer.
down, that's actually like more up here. So you don't have to like go all the way down to your waist to like get stuff.
Oh no, they damaged the thing. So that means I gotta like realign this. Oh shit.
And that's I like that game. It looks actually kind of
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Like maybe drop my gun.
So yeah, let's get the big guy. Okay,
Gotcha.
where are we at?
You keep saying that.
Yeah, bigger guns each round, bigger dudes, and then the helicopter comes to save you.
Hold on tight. I'm getting you out of here.
And there
Did I
it
make
is.
it? Extraction.
Yes. So that's it.
So yeah,
So how much a VR set can cost you?
Oh, so you got the Meta Quest 3, right? I think the cheapest one, which has the lowest amount of memory. I think that one's like $250.
$250. Okay.
I want to say $250.
All right. Not
The most
bad.
expensive one is $500. I want to say.
Not bad. Not bad. Not a bad purchase.
Now then, if you go and get that upgrade, I highly suggest it. Getting the Elite strap for that comfort headwear, it makes a difference. And I also got the battery pack too. That adds an additional like 2 to 3 hours. I don't think I've ever used it all yet, but I don't know. I'm thinking about getting another one. So when I have guests over, we can be stupid and play stupid, crazy games together. You know what I mean? There's another game that does the same thing. It looks just like that with the altered reality, right? The mixed reality, but it's like a first-person shooter, and you can run around the whole house, right? Or the backyard or whatever, right? And it'll set up boxes and ammo drops and stuff like that, so you can run around shooting each other. So yeah. Also, boom, 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 boom. What is it? The Meta Quest 3 and the 3S. I don't know the difference, but I just get the most expensive one with the most memory because I feel better about it. But they come with Batman, Arkham Shadow. It looks great. I haven't downloaded it yet. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks fantastic. Like you're Batman and you're beating people up. It looks badass. But then other than just the meta games, you can also do a Steam Link, and you can do it wirelessly, or you can get the cable to hook it up to the PC and play your VR games on Steam with the meta. Or if you have an awesome computer for VR, and then you want to get the whole rig and spend like thousands of dollars, you can get like the Rift or Vive or whatever. I don't even know. I briefly looked into them and I was like, I'll get that way down the road, maybe. Because now you get into, you start, you want to get the trackers, right? You put the trackers on, tracker here, tracker on your feet. Then you get the tripods with the sensors to read all the trackers. Now you got a place set up in your house.
Man,
you know what I mean? Like
shit.
You can get into it. You know what I mean? And,
okay.
Get the Omni like track. Where now you're gonna be hooked up in your back. It got a pole and like you're hooked up on it. You're standing on a platform. You know what I mean? So you can run around and crouch and do all this without ever moving. Now you're getting deep, now maybe like tens of thousands. Yeah, you're getting in there. But yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, that dude sounds cool, especially.
So like,
have you seen? Be active.
Have you seen like VR places pop up where you can go like play VR for like half hour, stuff like that?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them died after COVID, but some of them popped up after COVID.
Say some of them popped. I mean,
some popped up after COVID. And they stuck
as
around for a
time
little
goes by,
bit. Check it out.
get
So like
more and more and
all
more.
of them had just VR headsets and like whatever 12 or whatever sections were whatever. It was all hooked up to you got pulley systems. They're all wired and all that stuff. They don't even have the trackers and all that, right? Like it's high quality, but not high quality VR, right? And I mean, man, you can just go to was it Alibaba, right? And other places and look up like VR stuff. Like if I were to open a VR place, I would put in the stuff that they have. Like the fully inclusive like racing, you know what I mean, where it's the whole seat, everything, it's gonna turn with you, but you got a VR headset on, right? So like a lot of arcades now got it, right? They have some game that's VR, right? Where you're sitting, what is it? The one I see the most is the Godzilla one. Have you seen that? Like a David Buster's or any mini golf place? No. Okay. All right.
No.
Or a roller coaster ride, right? Just have you strap on VR, sit there, but it's like set up like an arcade game. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'd have a bunch of those because they have some awesome ones, right? Where like it's like a whole box. Like this whole area is a big enclosed like cage box where two players can walk in. They put on the headset, grab the gun off the wall, and now they have that whole space to move around and shoot zombies or whatever.
Yeah, I mean that sounds cool.
That would be way better of a VR business as opposed to just because I mean these days it's quite available at home. You know what I mean? So you want a bit more than what you got at home.
I think it's wise you giving away your ideas.
Because I just want it out there. Do it. Do it. If you're gonna do it right. Come talk to me.
Nope, you just gave it away.
I ain't all of it.
But yeah, I mean they're definitely gonna. I mean, if things prove profitable, that's my take. They're gonna keep it going. I'm talking about the rich and the people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Them pieces of equipment cost some money. That's a lot because you're gonna want a lot. You know what I mean? Talking about like the arcade player one, Dave and Buster's. Like think of how many pieces of machinery they have in there as far as arcade systems. Now replace all those with like big ass VR badass ones. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to start.
Yeah, no.
It can be done. Especially if you're buying in bulk or whatever. There has to be a price cut at some time,
Yeah, and
somebody somewhere can get them for super cheap or so. You know how it goes.
Capitalism. Everybody can't be selling their VR high, so you're gonna get it cheaper. Equipment and this is how things supposed to work. That's some good tea.
Man, I got some chai, some instant chai. Very good.
Okay.
Yeah. We veered off for a bit.
Yeah, we supposed to.
Yeah. You should like the person you're with.
You should like the person you're with.
You should like the person you're with, right? I saw short.
Hey, if you're watching this video, press the like button for us. Please.
Press that like button.
That's all we ask.
You can subscribe too. I'm sure you already did that. You should like the person you're with.
Why should I like the person I'm with?
So, like, if you find yourself, the short said it a different way, but the short was pretty much saying, if you're going back with your buddies and you're talking shit about the person you're with, remember, you're supposed to like the person you're with.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
What you think about that? What you think about that?
I mean, it's self-explanatory. You
You
should.
think so? You think so?
I mean, I don't understand why a lot of people don't like the person that. Well, I do.
You don't understand why they stay with them.
For financial reasons.
Because they surviving. That's why. Because they surviving.
Because they scared.
They surviving. They acting on instinct.
Yeah. Or they're kidnapped. That's why they stay with them.
Listen, they just doing the best they can.
Surviving.
Yeah, man. That's what people do. Until they do better. Don't get it twisted. I ain't saying they can't do better. I'm just saying they're doing the best they can right then. That's all.
The question is, you should like the person that you're with.
That's not a question. I think that's a statement.
That's the statement, right?
Yeah, you should like the person you're with. As in, if you're hanging out with your buddies and you're talking shit about the person you're with, you're bitching about the person you're with. Remember, you're supposed to like that person.
But it's human nature to
Go talk to that person, right? Why wouldn't you talk to that person about it? Because you got the other thing, right? You got the other thing is like if you're always bitching about the person you're with to your buddies, how's that? What image does that paint for them? What?
I mean,
you're supposed to like the person you're with. Do you like somebody if you are constantly bitching about them?
Do you like somebody?
You're supposed to like the person you're with. Do you like somebody if you're constantly bitching about them?
I don't think you like them if you constantly bitch about them, but you like something about it if you're constantly around. I mean, I know a motherfucking. Well,
listen, don't go into other things. I'm just keeping it with you. Should. It's simple.
But look, I'm saying like abusive relationship.
Yeah,
you should like the person you're with, but you get your butt whipped.
Yeah.
So
what
I mean, how does that apply? Unless you like that.
What do you mean?
Might
people in abusive relationships don't like it.
Some people like getting their butt kicked.
Nah, man.
Yeah, man. It's billions of people on this earth.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Think of some fetishes that hurt.
Hey, we talking fetishes is different. Fetishes is different.
Hey, but
talking about a real abusive relationship.
Yeah, okay. But so why do they go back? You want to talk about stuff?
They surviving. That's why.
They surviving the ass whooping by going back
man.
to.
They don't know no better, man. It's hard to change.
This is my opinion.
You don't know what you don't know. All right, you got
I'm not trying to talk about
syndrome in there. You got all kinds of other psychological things that might be going on with that person of why they can't do whatever, right?
Nope. Anybody can name a term and just name something, and you can just run with it. Stockholm syndrome.
I mean, yeah, anybody can make anything out of anything.
Just keep it as crazy. Why do we expand?
I was trying to keep it at surviving, okay?
Surviving.
I was trying to just keep it all with surviving.
I mean,
it's hard to grow, man. It's hard to grow. You get stuck in things. You don't know no better until you figure it out. Like you don't know what questions to ask if you don't know. All right.
So you should like the person that you're
just
with,
out there doing the best you can. All I'm saying
out here is not liking the person that they with, and they still with their ass. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
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 That's what I'm saying too. Maybe you need to hear this. Person who stays with another person.
You know what it sound like?
That they be bitching about all the time. Why are you bitching about? You don't like them? Why are you with them?
Sound like
Listen, people I bitch about all the time. I don't like them.
Sound like you talking about Ike and Tina. Sound like you talking about Puff Daddy. In his cases,
hey, whoever
like you talk about.
Listen, just a friendly reminder.
And his wife.
You should like the person that you're with. You know. If you don't like them, you don't gotta stay with them. You don't. This shit's gonna be hard, maybe. But fuck, man, you're doing both of you an injustice.
Stink, what I do, Stink? What I do, Stink?
You definitely should like the person that you're with, but that doesn't.
I'm just saying, maybe sometimes we suppress it. Maybe sometimes we don't want to accept that we don't like the person that we're with. So, check yourself. Constantly bitching about the person that you're with. Maybe you don't like them. And maybe you do. And maybe you just shouldn't bitch about them all the time. Maybe you're taking them for granted. I don't fucking know. Okay? All I'm saying is
you're saying that
you should like the person that you're with. So act like it. If that's how you want
people that say no, Will. It's gonna be people say no.
If you don't like the person you're with, leave them.
So what does that say about you if you don't like the person that you're with?
What do you mean?
What are you trying to say? Like, okay, what if I don't like the person I'm with?
If you don't like the person you're with, then you shouldn't be with them. I mean, unless you guys got something to work on or something like that. I mean, you can go any which way with it. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a point to work on. Maybe you shouldn't work on it and you should just leave. I don't know.
Okay.
Food for thought. I'm saying simply, you should like. It's so simple. It's so simple. You should like. I think we just forget these simple things sometimes. It's a simple thought.
People out here that's not doing that.
Everybody's like, no shit. We should like person. I know I should like the person that I'm with. All right, motherfucker, you like it, huh? You know that, right? It's common sense, right? Yeah, all right. How do you conduct yourself? Like, check yourself. Think about it, damn it. If you are bitching about this person, if you are angry about this person, if this person is not, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. Think about how you feel constantly. What's the average? You should like the person you're with.
Accept yourself. Love yourself. Accept yourself.
Dude, and his like soft voice really does it.
It's people out here.
Because if I were to do what that guy was doing, I wouldn't be like, accept yourself. I'd be like, yeah,
It's people out here that's not following the rules, sir. That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean? What rules?
You should like the person you're with.
You should like the person you're with. And it's okay if you don't like them no more.
Listen to divorce lawyers in the back. He's fucking up. All right.
It's okay. People change, right?
People figure it out.
Or maybe people don't change, but you changed. I don't know. Situations change. Doesn't fucking matter.
You should be able to find something because ain't gonna be no jobs. So y'all gonna find you somebody that you like and connect with because that's the most important thing.
That's right.
Y'all don't have to agree on everything. Just find somebody that you know
respect.
You can be around. Yeah, you respect to be around. You can.
And if you don't respect them, get out of there.
Yeah, but it's men that don't respect women that has a woman.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways.
And it's women that don't respect men that has a man. It's called
we humans.
Human.
We're humans. You know, all I'm saying is you should like the person you're with. Think about it.
Yeah,
think about that. I think I've said enough about it, right? How do I identify? Maybe.
No. How do people come after you?
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
No more trolls coming after me. I'm gonna have them coming after you. Yeah, no more trolls. I'm sorry.
You wanted them, man. So, yeah. You should like the person you're with.
No.
Yeah, man. All right.
Nope.
Oh. At the 50-minute mark.
Oh, we did good then.
We're doing good. Doing real good. But
I got a lot. I got some things I want to talk about too.
Ain't nobody care about the
Just some things.
Listen, if you didn't bring it up in the beginning, we can't talk.
I don't even remember the beginning. The beginning was pretty cool. We talked about women, and then now we talking about liking the person you with.
You gotta like the person you're with.
Yeah.
What's love without like?
Yeah, but when you like somebody too much, and then they end up liking somebody else, that's like a crime.
I guess you don't need like with unconditional love. Is that true?
Yeah.
And that makes me question unconditional love because, like,
unconditional love is the love.
You're gonna love motherfucker no matter what. What if they're like the evilest person in the world?
Children.
And I guess, yeah, all right, yeah. What does that mean to love somebody? I could say that I love everybody and everything unconditionally. You know what I mean? But what does that really mean?
You got to find out what that means. I'm gonna make you tap into it in season 2 of Film Gang.
Yeah, we got seasons now.
Yeah,
nice.
We're on our first season still, so
okay.
It's happening, folks.
It's happening.
It's happening.
We're here. It's happening. I was sick last week. I apologize.
Hit that like button.
Hit that like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Okay. Sorry for yelling.
They don't want us to be famous. They don't care about us. Our audience do not care about us.
Listen, today, later on, maybe when you're all alone, I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do I like the person I'm with?
Yeah, that's a question you sit back, audience, and you listen to him, what he said. Sit back and ask yourself.
Do I like the person I'm with? Do I like myself? You should. That's all I'm saying. You should. And if you don't, well, you got to do something about it. Sometimes that something really sucks. Like bad. Like so fucking bad. Change. The only thing we can depend on. All right. Which leads me into be like a cloud, right? Be like a cloud. Just going with the flow, ever changing and all sorts of things, disappearing and reappearing again. Just really going with the flow. Like water, but even more so.
We live in America. Anybody that don't live in America, we're going to tell you about America.
What?
A cloud over America. Where is this cloud?
What?
Remember Borat? Where is this magnet?
What? Okay.
Be like the cloud. We're floating. I'm there.
Anyways.
I got 5 on it.
So yeah.
Are we not a cloud anymore?
What do you mean?
We're gonna be like one, right?
Yeah, be like cloud. Just go with the flow. I mean, Not always. I mean, you gotta stand up for what you believe in and all this other shit. You gotta put boundaries in, but I mean, you know, for the most part, you can be like a clown. You don't have to fight every fucking battle. Most things, your fucks don't even belong there.
Oh shit!
It's true. Most shit you can let roll right the fuck off your back because you know what it ain't your problem, it's their problem. Yeah.
Hey, if you can help humanity, what would you do for them, Will?
Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
I don't know.
I
don't know what's going on.
Like, what are the limitations of this helping humanity?
If you could do one thing for these, for the
eliminate
earth,
insecurity.
You will eliminate insecurity.
Yeah, I think as of right now, I've thought about it a lot.
Okay.
As of right now, I'm pretty sure that is the root of all evil. Yeah.
Insecurity?
Yeah, man. That self-doubt, not loving yourself enough, because you can't love nobody else unless you love yourself. And if you're all insecure, that means you don't love you're not loving yourself enough. You're beating yourself up, or correct, or help to make everybody's self-talk less negative.
Yeah, I don't know what I would. I don't know what I would do though. I don't know exactly what I would do. But you have an answer.
I mean, that's like a magical answer.
Yeah, my magical answer will be eliminate greed if I can eliminate anything.
I mean, in my eyes, that will eliminate greed as well.
Insecurity?
Yeah, man.
Oh shit.
Do you think about it, right? So I quickly rethought about it before I gave that answer. And it's like greed and everything is all about comparing yourself to others, wanting to be on top, right? Needing that power, needing that recognition and stuff like that, to my understanding, right?
Okay.
Make yourself feel better, have purpose, whatever it is, right? It's along those lines, which I can only theorize would come from a lack of loving yourself enough, right? And a lack of like compassion to others, empathy with others, and all this stuff, right? Which to me then dwindles down to an insecurity with yourself. And how you really, you're not loving yourself enough. How could you possibly love? And how can you have those other things if you're not loving yourself? You know what I mean?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to agree until I run all this across my AI assistant.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm gonna come back to you with my answer.
Oh, all right. Okay. You do that. AI probably word it better. Let's say the same thing.
Yeah, he was saying the shit. It was pretty. Yeah, you should have said all right.
So yeah, that I do that.
Yeah. Can I show you something I've been dealing with?
Yeah.
All right.
Get me off the screen so I can do this thing.
So and do what? All right, I'm gonna show the public about my family member.
Okay, yeah.
And I want him to explain his story and just put it out there. How y'all feel about going through a situation like this?
I'm 43 years old. I've been in prison since I was 16. I'm in jail for attempted murder, for attempting to trying to take the life of Mr. Juan Valenzuela in 1998.
Could you speak to that specific day or situation at all? What were the circumstances that led to that?
So, he's 43 years old, and he's been in prison since he was 16 years old.
All right, everybody, let's judge this man, because that's what we're going to do, right?
No. I'm just saying, just like a crazy situation. Like,
I'm saying, but we're gonna judge him, right? What did he do?
he gonna tell you what he did.
We need to know what he did.
So
right?
I'm just laying the groundwork.
Okay.
So he's been in there since he was 16.
16.
He's 43 now.
43.
Yeah.
His entire adult life.
All right.
Beach, California.
And how long you been down?
I've been incarcerated for 27 years. Really, basically all my life.
How old were you when you went in?
I was 16 years old when I committed the crime that I'm in jail for.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, feel free to skip over the question if you don't feel comfortable. But what are you down for?
I'm in jail for attempted murder, for attempting to trying to take the life of Mr. Juan Valenzuela in 1998.
For attempted murder.
Yeah.
Now this is
People
my
get less
family
than
member.
Murder, right?
This is my family member. I think he done served this time.
Oh yeah.
27 years for
16. He was 16 for one.
For almost killing somebody. I know
what you know at 16.
For almost killing. So let's.
Could you speak to that specific day or situation at all? What were the circumstances that led to that specific?
Man, honestly, I was in the hood. I was being reckless. I was being irresponsible. Me growing up in Long Beach, California, the city where I'm from, having no mom, having no dad, being raised by my grandmother and my grandfather, man, that drives you to the streets. No direction. It drove me to the streets, and I picked up this lifestyle that I carried for so long. That's why I stand here in prison today, because of that lifestyle.
Now, you said you went to jail for an attempted murder, and then you caught a charge while you were in prison as well.
I caught a battery on an inmate while in prison in 2003, and I went to court, and I was found guilty. They added more time to my sentence, which in turn led me to where I am at this moment. On March 6th, I went to board. I was found suitable.
So for those who don't understand what being found suitable means, what does that mean?
Being found suitable is me or individuals in my situation going in front of a board panel.
Right.
Going in front of a board panel, and this panel giving you a real interview as to how you've changed, the rehabilitating process. I went through this whole process, not once, but twice. I was denied 5 years the first time I went to board.
So, yeah, not gonna get too deep into it, but the story is, he went to jail at 16. Probably got
16.
into a fight. Got to prove yourself. Already got to do 15, 20 some years in there. And my thing is, once you do over 25 years, if you didn't kill nobody, not rehabilitating nobody, it's I think it's something wrong with the whole system of America. And me, I'm a gambler, man. I just like to call things out and call things the way I see it. And I think we're in trouble. That's long story short for me.
We're in trouble. We've been in trouble with the prison system.
Just with that combined with
going on.
That combined with other things, sir. Definitely. That combined with other things.
What other things?
Like I said, homelessness. You know what I'm saying? It's homelessness that affect veterans. So if it affect veterans, how would it affect ex-criminals? Like it's gonna affect,
we've been having these problems, right? And they've been trying to find solutions, I guess. Has there been a major uptick or something I don't know about? I wouldn't know about. I don't watch the news.
You ain't gotta watch the news. It's just you gotta be I'm just aware of my surroundings. I'm just
Do you think there's an uptick?
I think it's an uptick in a lot of things that people are just unaware of. like a shift in how we go about our day-to-day lives.
How so?
With like basic conversations you'll have, and then the product will pop up on your TV or your phone.
Oh, talking about our devices listening to us. We know that. We've
types
been
of-
knowing that.
All types of things.
We've been knowing that.
It's leading to disaster, my friend.
You keep saying that. Bring it. Bring it. Let's go.
What you gonna do? Record it?
Fuck it. I'm gonna survive. That's what we do, baby.
That's what we do, is survive.
That's what we do. We survive, adapt, and overcome, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. You only have control over so much. Be like a motherfucking cloud. You know, do what you can. You know, you gotta rain sometimes. You know what I mean? Participate. But other than that, like, go with the fucking flow.
Go with the flow.
For yourself, for your own well-being. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got your battles you got to face. You got the stuff you got to actually do that's hard. But, you know, there's a vast majority of shit that you probably should not give a fuck about. And you are. So, like, give yourself some grace. Treat yourself like your
what
best.
are things we shouldn't care about?
Ooh. That's a slippery slope, right?
Yes, it is. Very
There's
slippery.
a particular way not to care about things, right?
Okay.
Because it's not to say you shouldn't care about your job, so fuck it, you're not going to go, right? No, it's to say you shouldn't take on all that stress of a job, right? You go, you do the best you fucking can, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's all you could do.
Yep.
You don't need to stress about it more than that. Don't beat yourself up about it, what you didn't get done or whatever. If you do the best you can, you're good. You're good. That's all you do. Give yourself some grace, right? Shit like that. You know, somebody's talking shit. Let that shit roll off. That's their problem. I mean, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Check yourself. Check yourself. Maybe you are fucking up. And it'd be nice if people who are talking shit just came up to you and said, hey, man, you're fucking up. But people don't tend to communicate that way.
Yeah, because there's so many people. Out of billions of people, it's plenty of, booby traps. So
I hope everybody recognizes that friend that is probably one of your best friends is the one that's always telling you the shit you don't want to hear. Or maybe they're just an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's time for people to start caring about more than they self. And then, like Michael Jackson said, it'll make the world a better place.
I think they need to start caring about themselves in the right way. Because if you love yourself, you can love others. And the selfishness is different. If that makes sense.
Oh, you want to get insightful.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know.
I think you should be open. You should be open to other people's experiences.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't have like a so close-minded view. My thing in 2025, I do not like nobody that thinks like a computer. I will think you a Terminator. That's just my opinion.
Just your opinion.
Yeah,
Just
do not think
out
like
there.
a computer around me.
Yeah.
I don't want to have precise measurements.
Yeah, 00111101.
Nope.
I don't want precise measurements.
No. Something's wrong with that guy.
You gotta have precise measurements. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's the way you get there.
What do you mean?
You get there quickly like a computer. I'm gonna think you're part of it. Like, man, damn, he didn't take a second to even think about it. Yep.
Oh, hot.
Then it's just.
So what else? What else did you want to talk about, boss?
I mean, we like to jump around and talk about different subjects. We don't never stay on one subject because life is not living like that. But I talked about pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I talked about people and the human race and people be aware. Jobs are going to be taken, and you're going to hear terms like "eat the rich." You're going to hear terms like it's going to be, it's a new. I don't know. That's why I'm ended that. Just ended before I even get to it. But that's what the future is looking like. That's what I see.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. AI and robots taking your jobs. I'm gonna talk about that until they don't, but they are.
Well, let me just let me just get the birth certificate thing out here real quick.
Well, okay, get it out. So who wasn't born here?
Look, check it out. You got a long form and you have a short form birth certificate. Birth certificate. Okay. All right. I'm pretty sure the short form is not the acceptable one. You need the long form, right? I think the short form usually has the your footprints on it. If you're going to the DMV and you need your birth certificate, you're going to need that long form, all right? Because they're going to be like, what's this? And they're going to laugh at you because to them, they deal with it every day. It's common sense. But I tell you, it is not common sense because common sense doesn't exist because common sense is based upon your information, your perception, and the shit you do. Okay, anyways. So yeah, hopefully this helps you and saves you some time and a wasted trip at the DMV because you had the wrong birth certificate. All right? Get the long form. I think it's like $45. You got to order it. Go online, $45. Bam, bam. All right.
So what's the difference, really?
Not a clue. It's not my damn job. I don't know, man. One has more numbers on it.
Yeah, one makes you pay for it because they're pretty sure that they you don't have that one. So $45 times a lot more people can go.
Well, I mean, your parents could have got it for you already. You might have it. But if they only got the short form.
Now, I was born when it wasn't computers.
Yeah, this was always a thing, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how long it was a thing. Okay, I don't know any of that. All I know is I was standing in line at the DMV. All right, I'm standing in line. Hold on. I'm standing in line at the DMV. All right, okay, and I'm thinking, I'm happy I have an appointment. I got in there in 20 minutes. It was fantastic. But anyways, dude comes out and he's telling another guy about this. And like, I see numerous other people in line pretty much have the oh shit face and have to leave because they don't have that. And they didn't know. And the worker's just like, yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Like one of those faces on. And I'm just like, damn. I'm gonna talk about this just to give people a heads up. Because like that would really suck. So yeah, that's all. That's all I'm saying. All right, I don't know
get it.
anything more about it. Okay,
Get
I
it.
didn't look
My
into it.
question
I
to
don't
these
give a
people-
shit. All I'm just trying to save some people from having a bad day.
So people might spy on this video. The question is, how long do you think they keep the typewriter version of that document?
What? What are you talking about?
That's why a lot of people don't have that.
What?
That precise document, because if they was born,
I have no idea.
So
all I know
is why people don't have it.
Is when you need proof for the DMV and they're asking for your birth certificate, you need that long form. Boom.
Okay.
Go online and check out how to get it. I got mine for like $45
times 100 million people.
That's right.
It's a good amount
I don't think
of money.
this is a new thing. It's just a new thing to me and maybe to you. Some people watching this might be like, duh, I already knew that. Good for you. This is for the people that didn't know it.
Some people probably be like,
because you don't know what you don't know. You didn't even know to ask the question. That's how much you don't know. And that's okay. That's all right.
People don't know nothing.
People don't know what they don't know. So, next time you calling somebody stupid, give them that grace.
I ain't giving them shit.
Oh my God.
Not giving them nothing.
Give them grace just like you give yourself. Or if you don't give yourself, you should. Stop being a dick. Anyway.
Sound like you running a brothel. Give them grace.
Give them grace. Yeah, come over this way, sir. You can have grace.
Here I go.
Here I go.
I'm sorry. We're sorry. We don't want to. No, we're not. But if you're offended, yes, we are.
No, we're not. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. They're going to be like, did you say sorry? Yes. Did you stand your ground? Yes.
Bum.
Now, what are you doing? You're cruising the World Wide Web.
Yeah. I hit home on YouTube. Instant. Oh, hey. Been watching a lot of Kill Tony. That's good stuff.
Who was Kill Tony?
Yeah, I didn't realize it's been around for so long. Kill Tony's a podcast. They do live stand-up comedian where they pull comedians from a little bucket pull, and they have like 100, 200 comedians in like the bar across the street or wherever they're set up shop that time, waiting to see if their name gets pulled. And then they come up, they get a 60 minutes on stage, and then they perform a live interview. Kill Tony. If you like stand-up, you'll like that show. Check it out.
Okay. That's what's up. That is definitely what is happening now.
And I like me some stand-up, so yup. But yeah, they've been out for a minute, I guess. Like years, I think. I haven't investigated at all. At all. So yeah, man.
It's a great show. I think we talked about some subjects. I know some other subjects you definitely want to talk about next show on Wednesday.
don't know, man, but I'm sure something will come up.
You don't want to give the audience a tease, or you have
I got nothing.
You have nothing.
We do things on the fly.
On the fly.
Next show, get some more enthusiasm in your tank. Come on another journey with us through a rabbit hole of whatever the hell we start with. It'll be fun.
Yeah, you got to catch us. And it's Wednesday. Just remember that, people. Just remember that.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
That's us. We're taking over Wednesday. Just come in, check us out, see what we're talking about. Talking about men, talking about women, talking about short people, talking about rich people, talking about tall people, talking about broke people, talking about Asians, Blacks, African Americans. We're talking about Jewish, German, everybody. So we're not discriminating against nobody. I'm sorry if I'm slurring my words, but no discrimination, no penetration. Some humiliation. This show is part decoration. No, it's just having fun. But yeah, robots are going to take your job. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Sir, I was told. But hey, we're going to have VR. What else we're going to get? They're going to give us more days off.
I don't know about that.
What?
You know, we work more than the peasants worked in medieval times.
You know they work schedule. How do you know damn peasants?
I saw a short.
Yeah, I saw a short. And the peasants only work from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
They only work like not even half the year, man. What are you talking about? I mean, they also had horrible working conditions and horrible living conditions and just horrible lives.
Check me balls.
You know, there was less infrastructure and all that kind of stuff. But, you know,
green around me balls.
But they didn't have to work.
Yeah, they didn't have to work. Man, they probably did have to work. Some things
they didn't
got
work
built.
as much. Like they worked to get the wheat, and then like when it was winter and all that, they didn't do shit.
Where you at? They just work and get wheat,
bro. The farmers. What do they do in the off season? They get ready for the season again, and like, dude, this is downtime, bro. But life in general was harder, so that sucks.
I don't know. I think next episode we got to talk about time travel.
Why?
And time itself.
Why?
I like that topic.
Fine. It doesn't exist.
You don't think so?
Nope.
What about the new quantum computers and stuff that they put in?
What about them?
How you feel about them? You like them?
Let's go.
Okay. Damn it.
Let's. I'm saying a bunch of things and I was muted.
Yeah, it does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, we could talk about time travel. We could talk about things that scientists are doing, things that any popular trending topic. We can talk about whatever, but check us out on Wednesday. That's when you
Wednesday, 2 o'clock. Get yourself some damn gang. Right? Yeah.